What's going on, YouTube? So, welcome to my channel. Welcome back. Those of you that have returned, thanks. In this video, we're going to be doing some cleaning up, around the house, tidying, chores, that kind of thing. I also have some meal prep recorded that I wanted to show after the cleaning, and then I have a recipe for some cookies if you stick around for the end of the video. So, here I am, tidying up the house. Nothing too exciting. It's kind of rainy here, so if you hear some thunder in the background, that's what's going on there. But other than that, I feel like times are really weird right now. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone can relate, but like everything is so expensive, and food is expensive. It's expensive to breathe, I feel like. I don't know, but I just wish that like all the work and stuff that I did at home, raising these girls and cleaning up and all that stuff, being a stay-at-home mom, I wish it made my bank account grow. But unfortunately it doesn't, and I think that sooner or later I'm going to have to go back to work, unfortunately, and that's been on my mind a lot lately. So, unless for some reason this channel just completely blows up and I start making money by, being a stay-at-home mom and showing my cool recipes and lifestyle and tips and tricks and, all the stuff that comes along with the stuff I do here at home, then, that'll be something. But, there goes some thunder. I don't know if you can hear it, but it is definitely storming out there. But anyways, like I was saying, I am afraid I'm going to have to go back to actual work, which requires me to leave my girls, and the thought alone of having to leave them and, I don't know, do what I do is very saddening, depressing. All the negative thoughts just come along with that, and it just breaks my heart. I don't want to leave them. I want to stay home with them as long as I can. It's just like, I don't know how people are staying afloat in this economy right now, man. So, I don't know. Other than that, guys, not much is going on. That's just been weighing on my mind a lot, so figured I'd put that out there. But to change the mood a little bit, let's talk about my cool new gadget. If you can see, I'm sweeping up here, but after that's done, I have this little, 3-in-1 vacuum, sweeper, floor mopper ordeal thing. And it's cordless. So the last one that I had a cord on it, and my mom came and swapped me out for a cordless one. So shout out to my mom. This thing is super cool. I do love it. It does a pretty good job of getting up all the stains and stuff like that. And I use it almost every day. It's a task to keep these floors clean around here with two little ones constantly doing what they do. That's my 11-month-old there in the chair. She's almost a year old. I cannot believe it. My baby girl is about to be a year old in a little over 2 weeks. And actually, is today Thursday? Yeah. I don't know when this is going to be dropping, but anyway, she'll be a year old in 2 weeks, and I cannot believe that. I really can't. Like, this is my, my baby girl, and I swear I was just pregnant with her, just finding out I was pregnant, and now she's going to be a year old. She's almost walking. She's awesome. She's hilarious. She's always laughing. She's just, I don't know. I just could not tell you how amazing this little baby is, and I cannot believe she's about to be 1 year old. So, this is her room, by the way. Just tidying up, vacuuming. Vacuuming is pretty satisfying, I think. So I figured I would show that, and that is her cute room, where she finally sleeps through the night. Yes, she sleeps all night long, and it's incredible. I put her down around 7 o'clock at night, and she gets up 7 o'clock in the morning, sometimes 7:30, and she naps in the middle of the day for one time now. She's down to one nap. So it's been a heck of a year with her. She had a lot of sleep issues in the beginning, man. She was a very clingy, colicky baby. And now I'm just happy to report that she's sleeping great, and she sleeps independently, and she's the happiest baby ever, and it's crazy. So what a year, guys. But anyway, I don't clean these floors enough. I don't vacuum enough, it seems like. But I figured I would do that and get everything as tidy as I can while things are slow around the house. I love a good, quiet, low-key, rainy day. I feel like I need those every now and then to kind of reset and, take it easy and have just like a laid back kind of day. So this is what I typically end up doing on those days instead of like going outside and getting super sweaty and working out and doing all that stuff. It's kind of, it's a good change of pace to like just chill out and get some stuff done around the house and hang out with the girls. And we made cookies together, and I hope those memories continue to grow. Like, I love cooking with them, and hopefully that's something we can continue to do together as like a fun little family activity. So this is Skylar's room. The girls have adjacent rooms, and I love their rooms. They're so cute. And just keeping up with them and keeping them clean and all the fun stuff. Hopefully it's, motivating to see someone clean. I know it is for me whenever I watch these YouTube videos where I see moms out there just like getting at it, getting that dirt, getting that clean, just whipping that house back in shape. I love it. So satisfying. Hopefully people have the same reaction whenever I clean. I don't know. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. Whatever. It's here for your viewing pleasure, or, it's here even if you don't want to watch it. Just put it on, okay? Maybe you don't even know. Maybe you'd be like, wow, that's a pretty clean room. Check out those vacuum streaks. Aren't they cool? Man, I'm an adult, right? Sounds like it. Anyway, that's the room all clean. And moving on to some meal prep. Like I said before, I love meal prepping. This is me getting my husband's meals together for the work week. So in this video, what I did was I like took all of the leftovers out of the fridge and just like divvied them out in the beginning of his bowls for the beginning of the week. So, I had green beans. I think I had some potatoes there, some beans. I had some leftover chicken. So I went ahead and like made a couple meals out of what we already had. And then I cooked up some ground turkey, some ground beef, and then I diced up some golden potatoes, and I think I baked them, and then just made the meals out of the rest of that. And made for 8 solid meals for him. So that's good. And that is here we go. So this is edamame beans, whatever you want to call them. This is what like we're going through like a kick of these right now. So like they're super high in protein, pretty yummy stuffs. It's like, I don't know, it's a good addition to like some meat and stuff like that if you're trying to get extra protein in. And then of course the cottage cheese always adds in extra protein as well. So I throw that in there with every one of his meals. And he just kind of mixes everything up. So it's like a big giant bowl that he does. And some hot sauce on top of that. I need to get some more hot sauce. We're running low. And hot sauce I put on everything. So I really do need to get some more. So hopefully I remember to do that the next time I'm out. But cooking up the meat back here. And getting all that ready to go. And that is like meal prep. And I think meal prepping is just super, not only is it like super satisfying, it's convenient, it's easy. You know what you're going to be eating for the whole week. You don't have to like guess and like be like, oh, am I like, am I going to eat too much on accident? Well, it doesn't matter. You don't have to think about that because you know what? Everything's already there. So you just eat what you already planned out. It's a good way to stay, on top of your fitness goals and your calorie intake and all that kind of stuff. I think anyways. It makes most sense to me. Here's a close-up of meat cooking on the stove. And like I said, I just kind of like divvied out the meat in there and called it a day with those meals there. And there's Skylar. Of course, she's got to chime in. She's got this little stool that I set up next to me, and she just hangs out with me while I cook and clean the kitchen and stuff like that. And she has fun doing it, and I love having her there, so that's what we do. And that is the meals that I made for him. So he has pretty much the same meal like twice a day while he's at work. He doesn't get tired of it, and it's easy to cook, so it's super convenient that way. So that's what that is. And then after I meal prepped for him, I made some cookies. Like I found a recipe. I think it was on TikTok. Maybe it wasn't. I don't remember, but I'll show you that. Here is me getting together some overnight oats. I also, during the week, I meal prep for the girls' breakfast. So it's the same breakfast. I give them pretty much half of the week. It's just oats, chia seeds, blueberries, and then some non-fat Greek yogurt for some extra protein there. And then I just add in some almond milk, stir it up, put it in the fridge, and the next day you don't have to think about it. You just grab it in the morning whenever you're, half asleep because they get up early, whatever. You don't have to think. You just pull it out of the fridge and they have breakfast. And it's good, and it's got, all your basic stuff there. Good protein, carbs, and fat. What more can you want, right? So that's that. And then I always give some extra blueberries to Skylar, and she gets them all over her fingers. If you can tell, her little fingers are like purple from the blueberries I just gave her, and she's always freaking out about it. She's like, "Oh, towel." I'm like, "Well, I mean, you know, you'll be fine. It's not gonna hurt you." So, anyways, that's that. And like I was saying about the cookie recipe, so I was like, I don't know, I think I found it somewhere online. It's like a 4 ingredient. So here it is. It's oats, maple syrup, almond butter, and then chocolate chips. So basically, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to take 1/2 cup of oats and you put it in like a blender and blend it up, and you pretty much just make oat flour, you know? So that's me doing that. Blend it up. I have this little Ninja Bullet thing. I've had that thing for years. That thing works great. I mean, honestly, it's been with me now for probably 5-6 years, and it's still going strong. So there's the oat flour, and once you get that all blended up, it says to put it in a bowl and mix it in with, I think, 1/2 cup of almond butter. So I didn't want to like get the 1/2 cup dirty, so I just like asked Alexa like how many tablespoons were in 1/2 cup, and then I weighed it out. So I did it that way. It was easier that way. So measured out 1/2 cup of almond butter to mix in there, and then as you'll see here, so the next instruction I thought said 2.5 cups of maple syrup, but I put in 1 cup and I was like, uh-oh, see, there's my face. I was like, well, whoops. It was supposed to be 2.5 tablespoons of maple syrup. So as you see, I made an extremely runny cookie dough batter, and I tried to save it because I was like, well, crap. I just completely put an entire cup of maple syrup in there, and it's way too much. So what I tried to do was make some more like oat flour to put in there to kind of thicken it up. So I pretty much ruined the recipe from the beginning here, but I tried to save it, and what you're supposed to do is put 2.5 tablespoons of maple syrup in there, and then mix up the mixture, and then pretty much just form cookies out of it. And then you put those cookies on a plate, and you put that plate in the fridge for 30 minutes, and that's it. It's like a no-bake, easy recipe that you can do, and it's just supposed to be like that simple. But you know me, I made it way more complicated than it needed to be, and I tried to initially like making them into little cookies, put them on a plate, and put them in the fridge, even though I had like, you know, way too much maple syrup, and they didn't work. So what I ended up doing was putting them on a sheet pan and baking them in the oven, and that turned out way better. So I will say that I kind of saved it a little bit, although I did kind of forget that they were in the oven because I got like sidetracked, you know, because I have a toddler and a baby, and I just like forgot to set the timer on the oven. And next thing you know, I was like, oh, those cookies are starting to smell a little bit crispy, and whatever. Either way, they didn't turn out like terribly bad, but you know, they could have been better. But if you follow me on Instagram and TikTok, I did actually record a video of me making the correct recipe and like doing it the right way, where I actually put in the right amount of maple syrup, and I, you know, put them on a plate, put them in the fridge for 30 minutes, and I showed how to actually do it, and those turned out really good. So yeah, if you follow me on Instagram and Twitter, I'll leave not Twitter, on TikTok. I'm tired if you can't tell. If you follow me on Instagram and TikTok, I'll put a link in the description so you can see how to really make these cookies. But here's what they ended up looking like. I tried to save them by putting them in the oven, like I said. They turned out okay. Anyways, I hope you guys have a good one. Thank you for tuning in. Stay tuned for the next video, and I will see you next time. Thank you, and subscribe.